everyone. Welcome back to My English Teacher. I'm Emily, and today we're diving into something every English learner dreams about: how to sound more natural, confident, and yes, more like a native speaker.
That's right. I'm Paul, and this topic is so important because we all want to speak English that feels real, not like it came straight from a textbook.
Exactly. Think about it. When you meet someone new, you want to sound friendly, relaxed, and easy to talk to.
But sometimes learners focus so much on grammar that they forget the emotion and rhythm behind the words.
And that rhythm, the tone, those tiny details, that's what makes English sound alive.
So today, we'll explore how to make your English flow naturally, just like native speakers do in real life.
Before we start, take a moment to think. Why are you learning English? Maybe for work, travel, or connection. Whatever your reason, this lesson will bring you one step closer to your goal.
Let's begin with greetings, the very first words we say each day, but often the most misunderstood.
Yes, many learners still start with, "Hello, how are you? I'm fine, thank you." It's polite, but not how people really speak.
In daily life, people say things like, "Hey, how's it going?" Or "What's up?" Or just "Morning." These sound light, friendly, and real.
For example, you walk into your office and see a coworker. Instead of saying, "Good morning, how are you today?" you could say, "Hey, how's your day going?" Or, "All good?"
That's the difference. It's not about perfect grammar. It's about sounding relaxed and confident.
Let's try a short example. "Hey, Paul, what's up?"
Not much, Emily. Just finishing my coffee. You?
Same here. Getting ready for a busy day.
Nice. Catch you later.
See how natural that feels? Short, easy, and friendly, just like real life.
And here's something powerful. When you speak like this, people feel comfortable around you.
Exactly. You stop sounding like a textbook and start sounding human.
It's all about rhythm, tone, and confidence, not perfection.
Let's talk about small talk, those little moments when you chat about the weather, your plans, or something you notice.
Small talk is the glue of every conversation. It might seem simple, but it builds real connection.
You can say things like, "Looks like it might rain today," or "That coffee smells great."
Those little comments show you're paying attention. They open the door to a longer chat.
Let's try it. "Hey, Paul, did you see the sky today? Looks like rain."
Yeah, I know. I forgot my umbrella again.
Same here. We never learn, do we?
Guess not.
That's how people really talk. Short, warm, and honest.
And from simple chats like that, friendships are born.
Now, here's a good tip. When someone asks, "How are you?" you don't always need to say, "I'm fine."
You can say, pretty good, not bad, or even just surviving. It sounds more natural and real.
Exactly. Real English isn't perfect, it's emotional.
Let's do another example. Hey, Emily, how's your week been?
Busy, but good. You?
Same here, just counting down to the weekend.
Ha, aren't we all?
See? That's real conversation. Light, human, and natural.
And here's the secret. Native speakers love when learners speak naturally. It shows confidence, not fear.
Even if your grammar isn't perfect, the way you connect matters more.
Now let's talk about open questions. They help keep a conversation alive.
Right. Instead of asking yes or no, ask something open. For example, what did you think about the movie? Instead of, did you like the movie?
Exactly. You can also ask, "What do you usually do on weekends?" Or, "How did you get into your job?"
Open questions make people talk more, and that's how you sound like a native, by being curious.
Let's try one. "Hey, Paul, how was your weekend?"
It was nice. I went hiking with friends.
"Oh, really? Where did you go?"
Just a small mountain near the city. It was beautiful.
That's a real-life conversation. Easy, calm, and flowing.
And when you listen, don't forget to react. You can say, "That's awesome," or "No way."
Let's do one. I saw a shooting star last night.
No way! Did you make a wish?
Of course I did, but I can't tell you or it won't come true.
Classic!
See how emotion brings life to the words?
Exactly. That's the heart of natural English. Rhythm, emotion, and connection.
Before we close, let's review what we learned today.
You discovered how to greet casually, start small talk, ask open questions, and respond naturally.
And remember, don't try to sound perfect, try to sound real.
Every time you speak with confidence, even if it's just a few words, you're growing.
So here's your challenge. Use one new phrase today, maybe at work, school, or your favorite cafe.
And when you do, notice how people smile. That's the power of natural English.
Beautiful. In the next part, we'll explore pronunciation and rhythm, the secret music behind natural English.
Can't wait. Remember to subscribe and stay with us. We'll keep guiding you step by step.
Thanks for listening. What's one new phrase you'll try today? Tell us in the comments below.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Emily, and this is Miss English Channel. In today's lesson, we're talking about something that can completely change the way you sound: pronunciation and rhythm, the real music of English.
That's right. I'm Paul, and this part is one of my favorites, because once you understand the rhythm of English, everything starts to feel smoother, almost like a song.
Exactly. Many learners focus only on grammar and vocabulary, but forget that the way you say words, your rhythm, stress, and tone changes everything.
When you listen to native speakers, it might sound fast or even confusing, right? But actually, it's not about speed, it's about connection between sounds.
Yes, English words love to link arms. They connect together. So instead of sounding like single words, they become one flowing sentence.
Let's start with rhythm. Every language has a beat, and English is no different. Some words are strong, others are soft and quick.
For example, say this sentence: I want to go to the store. The stressed words are I, want, go, and store. The small words to and the are lighter.
So instead of I want to go to the store, it becomes I want to go to the store. Hear the rhythm? It flows like a melody.
That's right. It's not about speaking fast. It's about moving smoothly from one sound to the next.
Let's practice together. I'll say it slowly, then naturally. First, I am going to eat.
Now listen to how it sounds in real life. I'm gonna eat.
Exactly. The sounds connect. Going to becomes gonna. And it's not wrong, it's everyday English.
Let's try another one. I want to go home.
In real conversation, that becomes I want to go home.
Perfect. These small sound changes happen all the time in natural speech.
Yes, and this is called connected speech. When words join together, some letters disappear and others change.
For example, the phrase best of all sounds like best of all. The T disappears because the next sound is soft.
Or the sentence, tell him I'll call him later, becomes tell him I'll call him later. The H in him drops out completely.
Native speakers don't plan it. It just happens naturally when they talk.
Exactly. It's like music. Your tongue and mouth move to the rhythm without thinking.
Let's try a little practice. Repeat after us and focus on how the sounds connect. Ready?
I'm going to call her.
Now faster. I'm gonna call her.
Great! Did you notice how call her almost sounds like caller?
Yes, that's why sometimes it's hard for learners to understand native speakers. The words blend together.
Exactly. They're not really speaking fast, they're just connecting.
You don't need to use every shortcut, but listening for them will help you understand English much better.
And when you feel ready, try using a few in your own speech. It'll make you sound natural and confident.
Now let's talk about intonation, how your voice goes up and down.
That's the emotional side of speaking. It shows whether you're asking, answering, or expressing feelings.
For example, if you ask a yes or no question like, "Are you coming?" your voice rises at the end.
But if you ask an information question like, "Where are you going?" your voice falls at the end.
Exactly. And for normal statements, your voice usually falls a little too, like, "I'm going to the store."
Practicing this makes your English sound confident, not robotic.
Let's try a mini scene using connected speech and intonation. Ready?
Sure. Hey, Emily, what you doing this weekend?
Not much. Just gonna relax at home. You?
I'm thinking of checking out that new cafe. Want to join?
Sure. Sounds fun. Let me know what time.
Will do. I'll text you later.
See? That's exactly how real people talk. Quick, soft, and full of connection.
And notice how we said whatcha instead of what are you. That's natural spoken English.
Yes. Also, phrases like gonna, wanna, and gotta appear everywhere in real life, in movies, podcasts, even songs.
Here's another fun one. Did you eat yet becomes jeet yet.
That's right. Jeet yet sounds funny, but it's how people really speak fast.
So when you hear something that sounds too quick, try breaking it down. You'll see the hidden words inside.
That's such a good trick. Listening carefully to patterns will help you catch meaning faster.
Another great exercise is called shadowing. You listen to a native speaker and repeat right after them, copying rhythm and tone.
Let's do a mini practice together. Ready? Repeat after us.
Give me a second.
Give me a second.
Did you get my message?
Did you get my message?
What you want to do tonight?
What you want to do tonight?
Good. The more you practice this, the easier it gets.
And you can even record yourself and listen back. It's a great way to track progress.
Don't worry about being perfect. Focus on being clear and confident.
Remember, every accent is beautiful. You don't need to hide it. Just make your speech flow.
Exactly. Clarity is more important than copying any accent.
Before we wrap up this part, let's quickly review what we learned.
We practiced rhythm, linking sounds, and connected speech. We also learned how intonation changes meaning.
And remember, speak like you're singing softly. Let your English move with emotion.
Beautifully said. In the next chapter, we'll talk about fillers, slang, and everyday phrases that make your English sound even more real.
Perfect. Stay tuned, keep listening, and let your English grow with you, one natural conversation at a time.
See you in the next lesson on Miss English Channel.
So now, let's get into one of the most interesting parts of natural English. Fillers, slang, and those real-life phrases that make native speakers sound effortless.
Right. When you listen to native speakers, you'll hear small words like like, you know, or well. They don't mean much, but they make the conversation sound relaxed and real.
Exactly. They give you time to think and make your speech sound less robotic. For example, instead of saying, "I went to the store, I bought fruit," you might say, "I went to the store and, bought some fruit."
And that sounds much more natural, right? It's softer and more human.
Of course. You don't want to use fillers in every sentence, but a few here and there make your English flow smoothly.
Let's try a short example. Well, I was thinking we could maybe go for a walk later if the weather's nice.
Yeah, actually, that sounds good. I mean, the sky looks clear now, right?
Exactly. See how that feels casual and friendly? That's how real conversations work. Not perfect, but full of personality.
Another group of words that makes you sound natural is slang. Slang is like the flavor of a language. It changes fast, but it keeps your English alive.
That's true. And some slang words are so common that you'll hear them everywhere, like cool, awesome, dude, or no way.
Or phrases like, I'm broke, which means you don't have any money. Or that's sick, which means something is amazing.
Exactly. Let's try a quick role play using slang. Hey, Emily, do you want to hang out this weekend?
Yeah, that sounds awesome. What do you have in mind?
There's this new concert downtown. It's supposed to be lit.
No way, really? That's sick. Who's playing?
A band called The Rockets. They're pretty chill.
Dude, I'm in, but I'm kind of broke right now.
No worries. I'll get the tickets this time.
Thanks. I owe you one.
No problem. That's what friends are for.
See? That's natural English. It's full of emotion, energy, and connection. Not formal, but friendly and real.
And remember, slang changes all the time. Don't stress about learning everything. Just focus on what you hear most often.
If you're not sure what something means, just ask. Most people are happy to explain.
Another part of natural conversation is real-life phrases. These are expressions you don't find in textbooks, but you hear everywhere.
Like, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, by the way, long story short, or to be honest,
Exactly. They help you sound thoughtful and keep the conversation flowing.
let's try some of them in a short dialogue. Paul, do you think learning slang is important?
To be honest, I think it's useful, but you don't have to learn everything at once.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, I learn new slang all the time.
Same here. And by the way, if you ever hear something and don't know what it means, just ask me.
Thanks. That's really helpful.
Another common phrase is, I could be wrong, but. It makes your opinion sound softer and polite.
Right. And it's perfect when you want to share an idea without sounding too direct.
Let's do one more example. I could be wrong, but I think the restaurant closes early tonight.
Yeah, you might be right. Let's check before we go.
See? Natural, polite, and easy to understand.
And when you use phrases like honestly, actually, or to be honest, they help you sound sincere and confident.
Exactly. They're small, but they show emotion. That's what makes your English feel alive.
Another useful thing to remember, it's okay to repeat short phrases to show interest.
Yes. Like, really? No way. Seriously? That's cool. Or sounds good. They keep conversations warm and responsive.
Let's try a short one. Paul, I just got a new job.
Wow, really? That's awesome.
Yeah, I start next week.
No way. Congratulations.
Thanks. I'm a bit nervous, but excited.
You'll do great, I'm sure.
See? Those little reactions make the talk feel alive.
And they show that you're listening, which is a huge part of good communication.
Exactly. Being engaged matters more than sounding perfect.
Before we wrap up, let's review the main takeaways.
We learned that fillers like well, like, and make your speech more natural.
We explored slang, fun words like cool, lit, sick, chill, broke, and hang out.
And we added real-life expressions like, to be honest, by the way, at the end of the day, and I could be wrong, but...
Each one helps you sound friendly, fluent, and confident in real conversations.
And remember, it's not about memorizing, it's about using them when they fit naturally.
Exactly. Just a few phrases can change the entire rhythm of your English.
In the next part, we'll talk about something every learner struggles with. How to think in English and respond quickly without translating in your head.
That's a big one. Let's keep going and unlock that skill together.
So let's dive into something every learner struggles with, thinking in English. This is where fluency truly begins.
Exactly. Many learners understand words and grammar, but when it's time to speak, their mind goes blank. It's like their brain freezes for a second.
Yes, that happens because they're still translating from their native language into English before speaking. It slows everything down.
Right. If you want to sound natural, you need to train your brain to think directly in English.
And that's possible. Anyone can do it. It just takes a few small daily habits.
The first one is to surround yourself with English every day. Music, short videos, podcasts, or even English subtitles can help.
Yes, and another powerful habit is talking to yourself in English. Describe what you're doing in simple sentences.
For example, when you wake up, say, "I'm brushing my teeth," or "I'm making coffee." It sounds simple, but it's powerful training.
Exactly. It helps your brain build a natural connection between English and your actions.
Another good habit is naming things around you in English, like, "That's my phone," "There's a tree," "I see a car."
Yes, it trains your brain to think quickly, and soon English becomes your automatic voice.
Let's try a small exercise. I'll say something in my language, then try to switch it into English fast. Ready?
Go for it.
Okay, I'm going to meet my friend for coffee.
Perfect. Now change it a little. I'm meeting my friend for coffee later, or I have plans to get coffee with my friend.
Exactly. When you can say the same idea in different ways, your fluency grows naturally.
And if you forget a word, don't stop. Just describe it. For example, if you forget umbrella, you can say the thing you use when it rains.
Yes, that's called paraphrasing, a smart way to keep the conversation going even when you don't know every word.
Let's practice that. Paul, what's the word for the thing you use to cut paper?
You mean scissors?
Yes. See, that's how you handle forgetting a word, naturally and confidently.
Exactly. You don't need to panic or stop talking. Just keep going and use what you know.
Another way to stay fluent is to prepare some common phrases that you can use in many situations.
Like, "Let me think." "That's a good question." Or, "Can you repeat that, please?" These are your go-to helpers when your brain needs a second.
Right, and they make you sound polite and confident.
Let's do a short role play. I'll ask you some random questions and you answer fast, no translation, okay?
Okay, challenge accepted.
What did you do last weekend?
I went to the park with my family and had a picnic.
Nice. What did you eat?
We brought sandwiches, fruit, and snacks.
Cool. Did you play any games?
Yes, we played soccer, and my little brother won.
Perfect. See how smooth that sounded? No long pauses, no thinking too much.
Exactly. The more you practice, the faster your brain reacts.
Another key to thinking in English is learning short response phrases that keep the conversation alive.
Yes, phrases like really, that's cool, oh, I see, sounds good, or no way, show emotion and keep the rhythm.
Let's do a mini scene. Emily, I just got a new job.
Wow, really? That's awesome.
Yeah, I start next week.
No way, congratulations.
Thanks. I'm a little nervous but excited.
You'll do great, I'm sure.
See? Those short phrases make your reactions sound natural and full of energy.
Yes, and they also help you connect emotionally, something learners often forget.
Another trick to train your brain is to stop translating and start feeling the meaning.
Exactly. Instead of thinking tired means mutt, feel what I'm tired sounds like, your tone, your emotion, your body.
Yes, it's about creating a direct link between feeling and language.
That's how children learn their first language, through emotion, repetition, and experience.
Here's one more tip. When you don't know what to say, use fillers instead of silence.
For example, let me think. Or, well, that's interesting. It gives your mind a second to catch up.
And that pause feels natural. Even native speakers do it all the time.
Absolutely. Nobody speaks perfectly. Real conversation is full of pauses, laughter, and small mistakes.
And that's okay. The goal isn't perfection, it's connection.
Exactly. The more relaxed you are, the more your brain flows in English.
Before we wrap up this part, let's review the main ideas.
Train your brain to think in English by surrounding yourself with it daily.
Talk to yourself. Name things around you, and practice describing your actions.
Use paraphrasing when you forget a word, and prepare go-to phrases like, let me think, or can you repeat that, please?
Use short responses, like, really? That's cool. Sounds good. Or, no way, to sound more natural.
And most of all, stop translating. Feel the language. Let it live inside you.
Beautifully said. In the next chapter, we'll explore confidence, how to overcome fear, use body language, and sound comfortable in every situation.
That's going to be powerful. Let's keep going.
So now let's talk about one of the biggest secrets to speaking English well, confidence. You can know every word and every grammar rule, but if you don't have confidence, your words stay silent.
Exactly. I've seen so many learners who understand English perfectly, but when it's time to speak, they freeze. Their heart races, their voice gets small, and they lose their courage.
Yes, and I used to be like that too when I learned another language. I was so afraid of making mistakes or sounding funny.
Same here. But here's what I learned. Mistakes are not failure. They're proof that you're trying, and trying is how you grow.
That's so true. Every fluent speaker you meet has made hundreds of mistakes. The only difference is they didn't stop.
Exactly. Confidence doesn't mean being perfect. It means speaking even when you're not perfect.
So how can learners build that kind of confidence?
First, practice speaking every day, even for just 5 minutes. Talk to yourself, talk to your mirror, or record your voice. The more you speak, the less scary it becomes.
Yes. And recording yourself is powerful. When you listen back, you'll realize you sound better than you thought.
Another tip is to celebrate small wins. Every time you start a conversation or use a new phrase, that's success.
Exactly. Progress is made of little moments, not big leaps.
And if you ever feel nervous, take a deep breath. Smile and just start. Smiling changes your energy and makes people feel comfortable.
That brings us to another part of natural communication, body language.
Yes, body language speaks before your words do. It shows confidence, emotion, and openness.
For example, when you talk to someone, make gentle eye contact and smile. It tells them, I'm friendly and interested.
And nodding your head while listening shows attention. It says, I hear you.
Even small gestures like moving your hands when you explain something can make your words feel more alive.
Exactly. And remember, body language isn't just about movement. It's about energy.
Yes, it's the feeling you send through your posture and your tone. If you stand tall, you sound stronger.
And if you speak softly but with warmth, people listen more carefully.
Here's something interesting. Body language can be different across cultures.
That's right. In some countries, people stand close when talking. In others, they like more space.
Or in some places, people greet with a handshake, while others prefer a wave or a bow.
The best advice is observe first. Watch how people around you act, then follow their rhythm.
And if you make a mistake, don't worry. People are usually kind and understanding when they see you're trying.
Speaking of mistakes, laughing at yourself is one of the best confidence tricks.
That's so true. Once I tried to order a chicken sand instead of sandwich, and the waiter laughed. I laughed too, and that moment made me feel relaxed.
I love that. I once called a cup of tea a cup of tree. Everyone laughed, but it became a funny memory.
Exactly. Mistakes can be funny stories, not something to be ashamed of.
Another cultural part of English communication is giving and receiving compliments.
Yes. In English, people often say things like, nice job, or you look great, or I love your idea.
And the polite way to respond is simple. Just say, thank you, or thanks, that's so kind.
Let's do a quick example. Paul, I like your shirt today.
Thank you, Emily. I appreciate it.
You did a great job on your presentation, too.
Thanks. I worked hard on it.
See how natural that feels? It's small talk, but it builds connection.
And that's what confidence is, connection, not perfection.
Exactly. When you focus on connection, people feel your energy and not your mistakes.
Another key is to use polite language. It's simple, but it makes you sound kind and professional.
For example, instead of saying, "Give me that pen," you can say, "Could I borrow that pen, please?" Or, "Would you mind helping me with this?"
These phrases sound soft and respectful.
Let's try one, Paul. "Would you mind helping me with my notes?"
Not at all. I'd be happy to help.
Thank you so much.
No problem. That's what teammates are for.
See, politeness makes communication smoother and friendlier.
And remember, when someone helps you, always say thank you or I really appreciate it. Gratitude builds trust.
Exactly. And when you give kindness, you'll receive it back. That's true in every language.
So let's review what we've covered about confidence and communication.
We learned that mistakes are part of growth. They don't define you.
We discovered that smiling, breathing, and body language all show confidence before you even speak.
We practiced giving compliments, using polite phrases, and responding with gratitude.
And most importantly, we learned that English is not about being perfect. It's about connecting with people.
Yes, speak with heart, not fear. Because when your heart leads, your words follow naturally.
Beautifully said. In the next part, we'll bring everything together. How to use all these skills to sound truly natural, confident, and authentic in English.
Let's keep going. You're doing amazing. Now that we've learned how to greet, connect, think in English, and speak with confidence, it's time to bring everything together. The real secret to sounding natural and authentic in every situation.
Exactly. This is where all the pieces fit. Natural English isn't just about pronunciation or vocabulary, it's about rhythm, emotion, and connection all working together.
That's right. You can speak correctly and still sound unnatural if your rhythm or tone doesn't match the feeling of the moment.
And on the other hand, you can make small grammar mistakes but still sound fluent if your tone feels real and confident.
So how do we sound natural? Let's start with one of the most important ideas, flow.
Flow means your words move like water, smooth, easy, and connected. You don't rush, but you don't stop too much either.
Exactly. To build flow, practice speaking in short sentences with rhythm. For example, I woke up, made coffee, checked my phone.
Then try joining them. I woke up, made coffee, and checked my phone. That's how you start to speak with natural pace.
Another way to improve flow is to think in sounds, not words. Listen to how people actually say things, the soft parts, the pauses, the music in their voices.
Yes, and you can learn a lot from movies or podcasts. Try to copy how native speakers move between ideas. That's shadowing in real life.
Here's a fun mini practice. I'll say something naturally, and you repeat after me with the same rhythm. Ready?
I'm ready.
I didn't sleep much, but I'm feeling good.
I didn't sleep much, but I'm feeling good.
Nice. See how that feels? You're not reading, you're feeling the sound.
Exactly. That's how you grow from speaking English to living English.
Now let's talk about emotion. Your voice carries emotion just like your face does.
Yes, when you talk about something exciting, let your tone rise. When you talk about something serious, lower your voice a little.
Emotion helps people feel what you mean, even if your words are simple.
For example, saying, I'm happy is clear, but if you smile and say it warmly, I'm happy, people feel it.
Exactly. The emotion becomes part of the message.
And this applies in every conversation, at work, with friends, even online.
Right, because English isn't just a skill, it's an experience.
And you make it come alive when you speak from your heart, not just your memory.
Let's try a short real-life scene where all these skills come together. You ready?
Let's do it.
Hey, Paul, long time no see. How's everything going?
Hey, Emily. Pretty good, just busy with work. You?
Same here, but I've been trying to practice my English more lately.
Nice. Watching shows again?
Yeah, and I've started speaking to myself in English too. It really helps with confidence.
That's awesome. You sound more natural already.
Thanks. I'm trying to use more phrases like sounds good or no worries instead of overthinking grammar.
That's the spirit. English is about feeling the moment, not remembering every rule.
See how that sounded? No script, no fear, just a real conversation.
Exactly. That's what we mean when we say sounding natural.
Here's another important part. Knowing when to pause. Silence isn't bad. It gives your listener time to breathe and understand.
Right. In fact, native speakers pause a lot. It's part of rhythm, like music with beats.
For example, when you say, I think you're right, that little pause adds emotion and realism.
Yes, and it makes you sound calm and thoughtful, not nervous or robotic.
Another great habit is using transitions, small words that guide your listener through your thoughts.
Exactly. Words like actually, anyway, so, well, or by the way, connect ideas smoothly.
Let's show that in action. Well, I wanted to tell you something funny from yesterday.
Oh yeah? What happened?
So I was buying coffee, and the barista spelled my name completely wrong. Again.
No way. What did they write this time?
Emily. No I. I couldn't stop laughing.
Classic. You should start using that as your coffee name.
Maybe I will. Anyway, that's another example of using small transitions naturally. So, well, anyway.
Right. They make conversations sound connected and easy.
Here's a key reminder. Being authentic doesn't mean sounding perfect. It means being real and relaxed.
Yes. Your accent, your tone, your little mistakes, they're part of your voice. Don't hide them.
Exactly. Your accent tells your story. It shows where you come from and how far you've grown.
So don't fight it. Embrace it. People remember emotion, not accent.
And that's so true. I've met people with strong accents who sound more beautiful than perfect speakers because they speak with confidence and heart.
Yes, because confidence makes every voice shine.
Let's wrap this part with one short reflection. What's the goal of speaking English?
It's not to sound native, it's to connect, to share who you are with the world.
Exactly. Every time you say even one sentence with confidence, you're opening a door to connection.
And that's what real English is: connection, emotion, rhythm, and heart.
So next time you speak, don't think about sounding perfect, think about sounding alive.
That's it. The world doesn't need perfect English, it needs your real voice.
In the next and final part, we'll share how to keep improving your English daily, how to make progress every week without feeling stuck.
Let's finish strong. You're almost there.
So here we are, the final part of our journey. You've learned how to sound natural, confident, and connected in English. But now comes the most important question. How do you keep improving every single day without losing motivation?
That's the real secret, right? Because learning English isn't something you finish, it's something you live. And the people who get truly fluent are the ones who make English part of their everyday life.
Exactly. You don't need to study for 5 hours a day. What matters is consistency. Even 15 minutes a day can change everything.
Think of English like exercise. If you go to the gym once a month, nothing happens. But if you do a little bit every day, your progress becomes unstoppable.
So true. Start small. Maybe listen to a short podcast every morning, or talk to yourself while cooking dinner.
Or even better, find ways to connect English with things you love. If you enjoy music, learn lyrics. If you like movies, repeat your favorite lines.
Exactly. When learning feels fun, it becomes natural. You stop studying English and start living it.
Here's a simple daily routine that really works. Listen, repeat, speak, reflect.
Listen to something in English, a short clip, a podcast, or a conversation.
Repeat what you hear. Copy the tone, rhythm, and pronunciation like a musician learning a song.
Then speak out loud, even if no one's there. And finally, reflect. Ask yourself, what did I learn today?
That's it. Small steps, every day. You'll be surprised how fast you grow.
And remember, some days you'll feel motivated, other days tired, but that's okay. Growth isn't always visible right away.
Yes, And the best thing you can do on those slow days is just show up. Even 5 minutes counts.
Exactly. Even listening while walking or washing dishes trains your brain. English becomes part of your rhythm.
Another powerful tip is surround yourself with English energy. Follow channels, communities, or friends who share the same goal.
Yes, because environment shapes motivation. When you hear English daily, your brain adapts automatically.
And don't forget reflection. Once a week, look back and notice what's better. Maybe your pronunciation, maybe your confidence.
Every small improvement deserves celebration because progress is built on patience, not pressure.
Exactly. When you celebrate your growth, you stay motivated to keep going.
And don't compare yourself to others. Everyone's English journey is different.
Yes, some people learn quickly, others slowly, but what matters is consistency. The only person you're competing with is yesterday's you.
That's beautiful. If you spoke one more word of English today than you did yesterday, you're already improving.
Exactly. Success in English is not about perfection, it's about progress.
Here's a small reflection exercise for you listening now. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, why am I learning English?
Maybe it's to travel, study abroad, or connect with people around the world. Whatever your reason, keep it close. That's your fuel.
Because on tough days, your why will remind you to keep going.
And remember, learning English isn't just about words. It's about understanding people, sharing ideas, and discovering new parts of yourself.
Yes, English becomes a bridge between you and the world.
And when you speak with confidence and kindness, you don't just learn a language, you share your light.
That's so true. The world needs your voice. Your accent, your story, your perspective, they all matter.
So, speak proudly. Don't hide behind fear. Your English doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be yours.
Beautifully said, Paul. Every sentence you speak is a seed of courage that grows with time.
And one day, you'll realize you're not learning English anymore. You're living it, thinking it, and sharing it naturally.
Before we close, let's give our listeners one last piece of advice.
Sure, here's mine. Never wait to feel ready. Start speaking today, even if you're scared. Confidence comes after action, not before it.
And mine, fall in love with the process. Don't count the mistakes, count the moments you tried again. That's how fluency grows.
Perfect. You've come so far in this journey. You've learned how to sound natural, confident, and connected in English.
Yes, you're no longer just studying English. You're becoming someone who lives it, feels it, and shares it naturally.
So keep speaking, keep learning, and keep believing in yourself.
Because your voice matters, and the world is waiting to hear it.
Thank you for joining us through this full journey.
If this series helped you, share it with a friend who's learning English too.
And don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned. New lessons, new stories, and new energy are coming soon.
Until then, keep practicing, stay kind to yourself, and remember, English is not just a language. It's your path to connection.
Beautiful ending, Emily.
Thank you, Paul. And thank you, everyone, for learning with us here on Miss English Channel.
Take care, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Keep shining, keep speaking, and keep believing in yourself. Bye for now.